It's perfectly fair where it is.
I said left.
I'll lose all the sunshine.
We agreed I would get more of the lawn. You never garden anyway.
I can start.
After 40 years, don't make me laugh.
I'm paying this chap, you know. Carry on.
A bit more to the left.
Can't we at least talk about this?
I'm done with talking. Now either he moves
Not
it to the left...
the garden. Us. This isn't like you, Mo. You were always a reasonable woman.
More fool me. And it's Maureen, if you don't mind.
You seriously want me to call you Maureen?
I want you to call me your ex-wife, but right now I'll settle...
I still think you're overreacting.
Why do you never listen to me? And are you watching your sugar intake? Are you buffalo?
What's that got to do with...
Excuse me.
What the hell?
Oh, my... Oh.
And the whole world is on. I could offer you to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars.
What are you doing?
Working. Why? What are you doing?
Having a heart attack?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you jump.
Just the shock of your beauty when I wasn't expecting it.
Control yourself or there'll be no lunches like yesterday.
It was nice, wasn't it?
What's that?
It's a bag.
What's in it?
Sandwich.
Scared I'm gonna steal it.
It's a special type of sandwich.
What's in it?
Sandwichy type things.
Like
Sausage, bacon, beans.
beans in a sandwich.
That's the way I roll. Better get on. Where am I?
Daniel's room.
Who is it?
You forgot your notes.
Okay, 1 second. Thanks.
What's going on in there?
Nothing.
What's with you today?
What, just the powerful effect you have on me?
To try to control yourself. Don't want to embarrass the patients.
I'll do my best. Oh, you little wonder.
Morning, Lauren.
Oh, morning, Dr. Carter. How are you today?
Full of the joys. Is there a problem with the door?
No. I'd better get back.
Jolly good.
I'm here to see the Marstons. I'm their GP. Is there a...
Oh, yeah, there was a small discovery in the back garden. I think they've taken a bit of a turn, I understand, but there's nothing to be excited about.
I'm not excited about the discovery. I'm just life.
That's good, that's good.
I better...
Okay, yeah, no, me too.
After you?
No, you go ahead, please.
It wasn't just some poor soul's skull. They found lots of bones. That's why the police called in that handsome devil.
Maureen?
You were thinking it just as much as me.
And it was seeing the bones that brought on the angina attack?
It was nothing.
Are you keeping up with your medication? Watching your diet?
Of course.
Any undue stress in your life at the moment? How's Bill?
You'd better ask him. We don't see much of each other anymore.
Why? Has he moved out?
We separated, yes.
What? When?
A couple of weeks ago.
What happened?
Every relationship runs its course.
Maureen, seriously, what on earth's going on? Aren't you coming up to a big anniversary?
Ruby, in a couple of months.
So why now, all of a sudden?
I can't stand the sight of him anymore.
Right.
2 weeks ago, he left the toilet seat up. I've been asking him not to do that for a lifetime. Something inside me just snapped.
I see.
And he won't let me have another cat. So I asked him for a divorce the same day.
So he hadn't really done anything?
Are you married?
No. I live on my own at the moment.
Lucky you. Believe me, there's nothing more irritating than someone who leaves the toilet seat up. So, if I want to look at that handsome chap in the garden, I'm free to do so.
Well, there must be some mistake on the call sheet, because I was down to see both of you.
Oh, he still lives here. He wouldn't leave, neither would I. This has been my home for 40 years.
Right, well, I'll pop back in a minute with a prescription.
We're splitting the house right down the middle. He gets the east and I get the west, so I have the sunny side of the garden. You'd better go outside and round.
How's the diet going?
Fine, yes, no problem.
What about these?
For visitors, I never touch them.
Really? Because this is through the roof. You're going to have to control your diet better, Bill. We've talked about this.
Oh, what's the point? It's not as if I'm trying to stay trim for anyone these days, is it?
Maureen told me. I can't believe it.
That makes two of us. She walked into the kitchen, sat down at the table, and said she wanted a divorce. I nearly choked on my bourbon. But just the one.
You must have done something other than leave the toilet seat up.
I did my best to be a new man for her. Helping with the cooking and cleaning, you know. I even let her have her blessed cats every so often, even though I'm totally allergic to them. Fat lot of good it did me.
I'm really sorry for what's happened, Bill.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
But you're going to have to take better care of your diet. You simply can't eat so much sugar.
I'll try, Doc. Really, I will. But without her, it all seems a waste of time.
That's it, come on. Oh, come on, get in. That's, oh, yeah. Come on.
He really misses you.
Does he? Well, I don't miss him.
Surely after all these years together, you still have feelings for him?
Of course I do. But I've decided. I'm free and single now, like you.
What if you promise to change?
How's he doing with his sugar problem?
You know I can't tell you. Confidentiality.
I've seen the biscuits. You don't need to.
Maureen, I have to tell you as your doctor, all this stress...
That'll serve him right if I end up dead. This used to be a house of love. That's what we called it. But not anymore. He lets me have another cat and I might consider it.
Come in.
Dr. Carter, I'm sorry to bother you.
Not at all, my dear. Bother away.
It's a bit embarrassing, actually.
Is it? Well, maybe Elaine or Julia.
No. I'm sure you're the right man for the job.
Okie dokie.
Now, I'm not one to snitch on colleagues.
No, of course you're not.
But I know he's in a trial period, and I'm just worried he's heading for trouble.
Oh, you mean Kevin?
He's been rushing through patients all morning, getting in and out well under time, and then he's dashing back to his room and locking himself in.
Is he?
Yes. Now, this is where it gets embarrassing.
I've seen and heard everything, believe me.
No, it's quite difficult for me to say. He is enjoying his private time.
Well, I should hope so, though.
No, I mean, he's really been enjoying his private time.
You've lost me, I'm afraid.
He's been taking pleasure in his time alone.
No.
He's been taking himself in hand.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
Did you see?
No.
Well, then how do you...
Oh, please, Dr. Carter, I'm a woman. We know these things.
Yes, of course you do.
So, can I leave this with you?
Well, I don't see how...
Thanks. I knew you were the right person for the job.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. Just needed to, you know.
Yeah. That's why I love my job so much. The people I work with can't talk back.
Pretty extreme choice, isn't it? Stopping people or dead people?
Well, you know, all my clients, they're very quiet and they always do everything I want.
A fair point. How's it going?
I think I've got to the bottom of the thing. Excuse the pun. Do you want to have a look?
Oh, I'm not sure. Wouldn't I compromise the crime scene?
No, I suspect the guilty party in this case is well beyond the clutches of the law. Here.
I don't know. I've got lots of patience.
All right, I understand.
Okay. Got to promise me they won't talk back, though.
No, quiet as the grave.
Okay, mind how you go.
Congratulations. A new patient speed record.
Well, I do try to keep pushing the envelope.
Is that what you're doing behind closed doors?
I really couldn't say.
Well, you've got 10 minutes before your next patient. Use them wisely.
Oh, I will. Do you want to join me?
No. See?
Hardly the smoking gun, is it?
Pushing the envelope. You should have heard the noises coming out of his room.
Leave it with me.
So, there's 2 bodies. One male, one female. Both around the same age, probably mid-40s. And both died of severe head wounds, probably caused by the same blunt instrument.
A double murder.
Certainly looks that way.
So how come this place isn't crawling with police?
Because these 2 probably died around, I don't know, 950 AD. This is actually an archaeological find and not a crime scene. I'm going to hand it over to the historical boys, but I couldn't help having a bit more of a sniff around, you know. Professional curiosity and all that.
Fascinating.
Isn't it?
I better be going.
Okay.
My name's Elaine, by the way. Dr. Elaine Cassidy.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Harrison Keller. What?
Well, I bet you get this all the time, but where do you keep your fedora and your bullwhip?
I'm sorry.
You know, I work in archaeology and my name's Harrison.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, never mind. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm going to need my hand back at some point.
Sorry.
So, good luck with your stubborn patients.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll need it. You know, they're splitting up after 40 years of marriage.
Well, divorce is notoriously bad for the health.
And so they say.
All you've got to do is convince them to stay together.
He's showing another one out.
Act natural. Kevin, can I tempt you with something restorative?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Kettle's just boiled. All work and no play.
Yeah, okay, tea. Thanks.
Problem?
It's just a bit sore, that's all.
Want to put that on?
No idea.
Lauren, didn't I hear someone come into reception?
No.
Well, why didn't you go and check? There we are.
Cheers.
Alone at last.
Yeah.
Kevin, I've been meaning to have a chat with you for some time.
Oh, really?
No, nothing like that. It's just there are certain things that can only be discussed between men.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Certain things that would be frowned upon if they were aired in public.
Uh-huh.
Now, I think we both know that men have very different needs to women.
Right.
And it's important that those needs are met.
Is it?
It is. And as a man, I understand your needs.
You do?
I do. But we shouldn't try and satisfy those needs at work, however tempting.
No, absolutely not.
They must be saved for the privacy of our homes or wherever else feels safe to us. I think we understand one another.
Yeah.
Let's just keep this between ourselves.
Never a true word spoken in jest. They love each other. They always have done. Been together for 40 years. Now they're apart. Neither of them are looking after themselves. So
you think by getting them back together that their health will improve?
exactly.
Why are you going to do that?
I was hoping you'd have some ideas.
No, Cupid's not really my thing.
Yeah, nor mine. Oh, there must be something. You know, they call this the House of Love.
Yeah, not anymore.
Maybe if you told them you'd uncovered some archaeological evidence to prove the house had a romantic past.
Okay, let me stop you there. Forensic archaeology is all about the search for facts, not truth. All right, there are never any maps leading us to buried treasure, and X never ever marks the spot. What?
You've really never seen the films?
What films?
Never mind.
Look, if they've decided to split up after 40 years, they must have their reasons.
Apparently he left the toilet seat up.
What? What is it with women and toilet seats, okay? We leave them up, you leave them down. I mean, get over it. Anyway, what possible evidence could I uncover that would prove that this was, you know...
There's a man and a woman buried together in the garden.
Yeah.
Surely that must mean something?
Yeah, but it probably means that the man was killed for some crime against his overlord, and his wife, who was deemed as his property, was killed as part of his punishment. I mean, it's hardly the greatest love story ever told.
You admit they're probably married.
Mm-hmm.
She probably wants to be buried with him, in his arms.
Okay. What's this really about? Why do you care so much?
They're my patients.
Okay, well, you make sure they take their pills, and then everything else is their business.
But 40 years to throw it away for something as trivial as a toilet seat. And for what? Spend the rest of their lives desperately lonely, looking for someone else? Oh, I've got to go.
Listen, I'm sorry I can't help.
It's okay.
I'll go in and tell them there's nothing to worry about.
I'd appreciate that. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Dr. Keller.
Harrison, please. What's this for?
In case you change your mind.
Oh, Lauren, just to let you know, I had a quick word with Kevin, and I don't think there'll be any more licking the envelope.
Pushing.
Pushing, whatever. He won't be playing in the stationery cupboard in future.
What did you say?
Simple, man-to-man chat.
It's been really simple.
Meaning?
I just passed his room, and judging from the sounds coming from it, he's still sharpening his pencil.
Really?
Perhaps you weren't clear enough.
I don't know how I could have been any clearer.
I'd appreciate it if you could try again.
It's ever so kind of you to come and reassure me. It's lovely to have a man about the house again.
Oh, I thought your husband was still here.
My soon-to-be ex-husband is still in residence, yes. But you're welcome any time you like for tea or...
You're very forward, Maureen.
You get nothing if you don't ask, and I've got 40 years to catch up on.
Now, forgive me for saying this, right, but you don't seem that sad about your marriage.
Of course I am. We've been together since we were kids.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
All I know is that this used to be a house of love and something's changed. Maybe it's me, maybe it's Bill, but I need to feel the old magic again, and if not with him, then... Are you sure I can't get you anything? Tea, coffee, me?
Now, this is a very kind offer, but I really have to go. Listen, I'll go and have a chat to your husband.
Soon to be ex-husband?
Right, my little baby. Let's have another spin, shall we? That's it.
Kevin?
Huh?
It's Dr. Carter. I'm behind the curtain.
What the hell?
I'm going to come out now. I hope you're decent.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm working out. Look, I'm straight, Dr. Carter.
What?
Look, I think you're a very lovely man, and I understand that you've got needs.
No, you don't understand.
Are you sure? Because I thought you were
Yes, I know what you thought. What do you mean, working out? What is that thing?
It's a gyro ball. But I haven't had a chance to go to the gym because we're working so much, so I brought this in. Look, you pull it back and you spin it.
No wonder you've been rushing through patients so you can dash back here and play with your ball.
Well, I wouldn't call it rushing.
Kevin, this really won't do. Being a GP is a serious responsibility. You must put your patient's concerns before your own well-being, including muscle tone. Now, I want you to give me that ball. I will give it back to you at the end of the day. Until then, your focus is your patients. Understand?
Of course.
Hello?
Hi, this is Dr. Cynic calling.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Well, my initial assessment of this site was wrong. Yes, these bodies are over 1,000 years old, and yes, they are male and female, but they weren't murdered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these two were almost certainly married. They almost certainly died of natural causes, but what I can say for certain is that they were buried in each other's arms.
Really?
Really?
Oh, but that's nice. Hey, Mo?
Bit gruesome, if you ask me.
So what does this mean in terms of the history of the house?
Right, okay, yes. Well, this is my opinion, just my opinion, of course. Others may choose to question it. In fact, I'm certain they will. But what it says to me is that this place has always been somewhere where love has flourished. You know, this could be called a house of love.
We always said that's what it was.
And it always has been. Oh, Mo, please come back. I'll do whatever you want.
I don't know.
We can't let anything come between us like this. We love each other. Always have done. Always will do. I want to be buried in your arms, Maureen.
Oh, Bill. Can I have another cat?
Yes, of course you can, love.
Oh! I've been so silly.
So have I.
Why don't you both go back and put the kettle on and take that board down?
You're right, Doctor. Thank you. Come on, you. Things have still got to change, you know.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I think a thank you would be appropriate.
Is any of that true?
No, not a word.
Maybe you're not so cynical as I thought.
Well, do you know what? After some of the things I've seen over the years, take more than the fairy story about eternal love to melt my heart.
Like what exactly?
I don't know. You got any suggestions?
So there's nothing in this garden you haven't seen before?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Apart from the bodies, of course, there are an unusually large amount of animal skeletons, which are a lot younger, probably less than 40 years old.
What kind of animals?
Cats.
Tittles? Pinky? Tom? All in the garden?
I'm afraid it looks that way, yeah.
I knew they couldn't all have run away, but I don't understand. How did they get under the lawn?
It's a mystery. Maybe when I was laying the turf, they curled up and died.
What? All of them?
I don't know, do I? Why are you looking at me? It's not my fault.
How was I thinking you were a decent man all these years? And all the while you've been bumping off my cats. How could you?
But I can't stand the damn things. Filthy, flea-ridden little beasts. Bringing me out in rashes and ruining my azaleas.
I want a divorce. Again. Only this time I want everything. The house, the garden, the car, and I want you out right now.
But where will I go?
I really don't care.
I'll fight you. I paid for this house.
I'd like to see you try.
Mo, please.
It's Maureen. And you can speak to me through my solicitor. Now get out of my house, cat killer!
Seems such a nice man, too.
Right, last patient done. I'm off to the gym.
Kevin,
Yeah?
I'm surprised you've got any energy left after what you've been up to all morning. Look, I know you find it difficult to control yourself around me. I understand, I do, but Really, this morning, it's too much.
What you on about?
I've passed your room several times this morning while you've been alone, and I've heard it all. The moans, the groans. It's disgusting.
You thought I was...
Don't say it.
Did you say
Twice
something?
a day for the next 6 weeks and then pop back and see me, okay? Next.
Not arrived yet.
Splendid.
It's not like Dr. Carr's to be rushing through patients.
Oh, what's he up to, eh?
Certainly not what you've been doing.
You think so?
What are you doing? Excuse me. Let go of my arm, pervert.
Oh, now who's the pervert? Must be the effect you have on people.
There we are, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh dear. It was fun.
I think it's very sad. Anyway, thanks for your help.
Hey, a pleasure. Maybe our paths will cross again sometime, yeah?
Oh, not very likely. We hardly work in similar fields.
That's true. You're a GP. And I'm Indiana Jones. I'll see you around, yeah?
How was the film, love?
Rubbish. Well, it was alright until the helicopters, but then it were all talk and a bunch of hippie nonsense.
Rob, no!
Tell me about your biggest memories of your childhood.
Why bring that up?
What's funny?
You soft get.
Get up.